out there. I'm gonna make this quick. Um, Today is day 2 of the protocol that I'm trying to execute with my brother here. I'm at my house right now, and uh, I had some meetings. Oops, sorry. I had some meetings this afternoon. As a teacher, I'm going into conferencing time with parents and things like that. So yeah. So I have to learn how to manage my time in this particular situation. There's a lot going on, but I got to his apartment. I was hoping that he had drank the smoothie that I made him by now, but he didn't. It was still in the refrigerator. Um, so I already had to, finish making something for him anyway. And so, I was there and he drank about half of it. He didn't drink the whole thing, but I timed it. So he started drinking it around 5:30, and about an hour in he was ready to go to sleep, like asleep. Now, he does have insomnia, and I've been trying to track his sleep habits, but he has a watch with a sleep tracker on it, but it only works if he has it on. So I can only do so much if he's not wearing his watch. And but I suspect that he has not been sleeping regularly as he could be. And then also this is something I think I've already just realized. It's like when I'm at work, he could be asleep. So it's not like I can make him be awake during daylight hours. He's already retired, right? He doesn't have anywhere else to go right now. I'm just, just laying out the facts here. So I can't make him be awake during daylight hours. So if he happens to fall asleep while I'm at work, then he's asleep, right? But so yeah, so he drank most of the smoothie, about a little over half, and then about an hour 45 minutes later he was asleep. Um I did give him his medication right before he got too drowsy, and I kind of predict that he will probably wake up in the middle of the night. So I did, some kitchen cleanup just so that he and I know, because I think he's starting to realize if he keeps the kitchen clean, he can track if he woke up in the middle of the night and started doing things, because I don't know if he always remembers that he does things at night. Okay? Because he does have memory problems. So I'm thinking that he's starting to make sure, well, maybe I need to keep the kitchen clean. Then that way, if the next day the kitchen looks like a hot mess, then I'll know. And this morning it was because yesterday I left that kitchen looking not spotless, but it was looking decent. And so when I went over there this morning around 6 on my way to work, yeah, he had food out and eaten and things. So yeah, so I think that's kind of where we're going with this. Now the smoothies I'd mentioned before have a silken tofu base, and it does have milk in it and strawberries. So that's the 3 basic ingredients in it. So it's not like anything too wild or whatever. But then I am adding amino acids to it, things that are precursors to proteins that he needs to help regulate his system. Um, in that first smoothie the day before, he just seemed more alert. He seemed more focused. His speech was clearer, those kind of things. Today, he kind of, because he didn't have that smoothie during the day, he kind of was reverting back. And I was starting to noticing other things that I was like, oh, we need to definitely continue on this. I don't know how I'm going to be able to get it in him every day at a certain time. I can't make him like I've done things like made teas and things like that, but I also can't force him to drink the things. He will take his medication. It just depends on what he's feeling like, if he really wants. So I have to make the smoothie appealing, that he wants to have it every day. Okay. Um, so he fell asleep, kind of still in his clothes. So I took his shoes off and all this other stuff. And he didn't finish the smoothie, so I went ahead and put it back in the refrigerator. So if he does wake up in the middle of the night and he's craving, which I don't know, I feel like if I continue to give him something like this, it will start nourishing his brain a little bit more, kind of like a keto protocol. Because I think, from what I've been researching, keto is the key of a keto protocol. And even though tofu it is plant based, and tofu is not necessarily fatty. I'm trying to figure out what other fats I could put into these smoothies. I thought about coconut oil, but as most people know, if you're working with coconut oil, it will get hard at certain temperatures. So that's not going to be ideal unless I make ice cream with it, or a cheesecake with the tofu, right? Um, so I'm trying to think of another oil, maybe olive oil, but again, I'm trying to put it in there without him noticing the taste. So olive oil is a healthy one. Coconut oil would have been a good idea, but like I said, the temperature, once it gets a certain temperature, it gets hard. Um, I want to maybe consider, he still eats meat, so I kind of want to consider maybe lard, or some kind of tallow, some kind of animal fat. Um, but again, it's going to have to be very much blended in and stripped of the, I guess, the flavoring of animal byproduct, you know. So I'm not ruling out if there's a such thing as healthy lard, but for the sake of keto, uh, so I'm trying to find something that is as keto as possible for his brain, that will help him. And then, like I said, I have the amino acids. I put L-theanine, NAC, and L tri L-tyrosine. And I just got my other order in for probiotics and uh, L-tryptophan. So those are the things I'm going to be working with him. I'm not going to go, like, I see so much progress with the L-theanine in the past month or so. And now adding in the NAC, I'm starting to see results also. So with the other two now, and the probiotic, hopefully that will help with his gut. Um, I'm hoping to see some results with that. So this is day 2, a little more explanation around what is actually in the smoothie. I'm trying to, I don't know, I don't want to say bargain with him. Like, he still eats certain things that I'm just like, I wish he wouldn't, but I can only do what I can do. But these smoothies, I'm trying to really get him to want to have these a lot. Okay. All right. So day 2. Thank you for listening.